Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica. I'm here with our weekend advice for the weekend starting August 31st. So we've got August 31st and then the 1st and 2nd of September 2018. Thank you so much for joining me and thank you for your wonderful support. I posted the September monthlies. I'm so happy I was able to do that. I'm a little tired, so just bear with me here, okay? So let's have a look at the messages we're getting for this weekend. So I'll just show you the cards, okay, same as always, classic format for the weekends, going back to that. Show you the cards and then pull the messages together. So we have the energy of prayer, trickery, from the tarot, we have the Knight of Wands. In the center of our spread, we have the High Priestess in this deck. And then we also have the Star. Then we have Bridget. Caution is warranted. Look deeper into this situation before proceeding further. And Teresa, time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Okay, so I'm getting a message here around be careful who you follow, be careful who you put your trust in. I feel this is about spirituality, enlightenment. So we've got prayer, we've got High Priestess. We are being shown the way. We've got light in the stars, we've got light in Bridget here in the Bridget card. We are being shown the way, our path. We are learning more about ourselves. We are more in touch with ourselves, especially at this time. We may have some sort of a realization, some sort of even epiphany, okay, we can say, during this time as to what our path is, what our purpose is, what our dream really is, dream job, dream in terms of a dream relationship, a dream career, what we want to do for a living, an idea, a project, a blog, a book. We are, through prayer and meditation that we've been doing, self-development, quiet time, solitude, all of that, relying on our spirituality in every which way that applies. You know, connecting with our angels more, with our guides, with working with crystals, with cards, studying about psychology and looking at how that makes sense for us, okay? Whatever kind of study and self and personal study we've been doing, even if it's just contemplating, okay? It is bringing us answers and enlightenment. Now, I almost want to say the trick with it is for us to actually be able to start walking on that path. They were now becoming aware that that's what we want to do. We have to bring our energy within rather than looking for answers, direction, confirmation outside of ourselves, to bring it within ourselves, to meditate for answers, to pray for answers, to trust ourselves, to trust our own intuition, to trust our own wisdom and experience. Rely on ourselves more, especially when it comes to living our lives and our purpose, okay? Because not everyone understands, and no one else knows what we know. They don't feel what we feel. They don't see what we see, okay? When we have a dream, as an individual, dreams are not the same for everyone. There may be common threads, common themes, but they're not exactly the same for every single person. Okay, everyone has a different version, everyone has a different idea, everyone has something different that they're drawn to, because we all have different lessons and skills and gifts and purpose in life. So it's normal to, it's to be expected to have different dreams. Okay, and there's two ways that this is coming up in terms of people not understanding, the other people not understanding. On the one hand, you've got people who they cannot understand because they just don't get what we're trying to explain. They don't have that vision. They don't have that emotion in their emotion bag. I don't know what you want to call it. They've never thought that way, so they can't really wrap their heads around that. They don't have that kind of interest, or whatever the case may be, so they just don't really understand. So for us to ask for confirmation from someone who doesn't really understand what we're trying to do and why will be more damaging than good, really. They may try to give us good advice, they may try to do their best with giving us advice, but they just do not have the same information that we have to reach that answer, to reach that conclusion, if that makes sense. So even though they may be well intended, it's just impossible for them to give us that guidance, that answer, that confirmation that only we can give ourselves. And then on the other hand, be careful who you trust, be careful who you follow, who you are inspired by. Make sure they are genuine people, okay? Because there may be, all sorts of people around, like, for example, people who say they are psychic or tarot readers or light workers. Okay, I'm just going to be honest. There's a bunch of them out in the world, and out of that bunch, a bunch of them are fake. They're just in it to scam people, to take your money, to whatever the case may be. Okay, so it's, again, our intuition is coming in there. Our intuition will tell us, why is this person asking me more questions than I get to ask them? That's not really, they're not really telling me anything. They're just kind of feeding information back to me that I gave them. Okay, or why are they being so perfectly vague? Why are they just not answering my question? Or why does it feel like this is too good to be true? And maybe they're just telling me what I want to hear. So our intuition is always going to be there. Our intuition will always raise flags for us. Hello, this isn't okay. Pay attention. Something's off here. But we have to listen to the intuition. Okay, we have to listen to ourselves, because otherwise we may be tricked into following someone who is not genuine, who doesn't really want to help us. Maybe they just want to help themselves. They have their own agenda, they have their own motives. Also, this is coming up as, just because something makes sense for someone else, it doesn't mean it should make sense for us. Okay, again, we're going back into, we each have our own path, our own purpose, our own way of seeing things, understanding things, relating to things. So just because, give you an example, just because tarot readings bring someone answers, it doesn't mean that it's gonna bring me answers, or or just because someone is comfortable working with crystals doesn't mean everyone should be. Pay attention to intuition. If it doesn't click, if it doesn't feel natural for you, it's probably not for you, so that's okay. It just allows you to then move on and keep searching for what is for you. Okay, what is something easy for you to work with, comfortable, natural, a way for you to connect with your angels, with your guides. Just because someone can meditate for 5 hours on end doesn't mean you should or you have to. Okay, so it's very important that we listen to ourselves, listen to our bodies, listen to our intuition, our hearts, our own wisdom, and just choose what is right for ourselves as individuals. And this can apply with our spiritual practice, with our spiritual quests. It can apply with anything else in life. Okay, be cautious. You know, be cautious. It's not, one thing is not for everyone. One thing cannot work for absolutely everyone, and it shouldn't. Pay attention to those red flags. Pay attention to those flickers of light of, hey, look over here, and, you know, look into this. What is your curiosity? What is your interest? It doesn't have to be that anyone else gets it. If it's yours for a reason. So this weekend is all about honoring ourselves, our path, our intuition, our guidance, our feelings, our gifts, because we have them for a reason, to help us on our path. Okay? And so I feel that that path is becoming more and more clear for each and every one of us. What we are supposed to do as an individual, what we were meant to do, what we were put on this earth for. Slowly but surely becoming more and more clear. The more we meditate, the more we pray for it, the more we spend time in solitude, the more we contemplate, the more we learn about ourselves, our thoughts, our feelings, our reactions, we review our past and our patterns. The more we focus on that, the more we learn, and the more clear things become. And then it becomes a matter of honoring that. Okay? It is not a path we walk upon with others. It is our path. We must walk alone. There's a reason for that too. There's a reason for everything. Okay? But I do think that we are having some sort of a realization during this time of what we need to do, how we need to honor ourselves, and how we need to separate and be discerning. Just because it works for others doesn't mean it works for me. Just because others say this is the best thing ever doesn't mean I need to feel the same. Doesn't mean I need to even be curious about that. If I'm just not curious, I'm not curious. I'm not going to force myself. Okay? So this is beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. Okay. So let me know what this is about for you. Let me know what kind of bells it rings for you, if it does. Okay. I do hope the reading is useful if you are dealing with these energies. I hope it gives you some guidance or some insight. It helps in any way. Thank you so very much for joining me, for watching, for sending me your support in whichever way you send it. I am grateful for it. I'm sending you lots of love. Let's make the most of this energy. Okay? And enjoy your September forecasts. I shall speak to you again very soon. And remember to check out the blog closer to Sunday. I'm posting like weekly messages for each of the signs on my blog. I'm posting things to Patreon as well. So if you're interested, check those out. But have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.